An Alaska cruise sounds simple until your 6-year-old wants a water slide and grandma wants a nap with a glacier view. There's no single best ship, just 10 built for very different families. This list ranks them for 2026, from budget-friendly to full-blown luxury, so you know exactly which one fits yours. Quick one before the countdown starts. Guess what percentage of Alaska's communities can't be reached by road at all? Drop your guess in the comments. The answer's coming later in this video. Here's a hint though, it's a big part of why a ship might be the smartest way to see this state with your whole family in tow. Speaking of ships, let's start at the more budget-friendly end of the spectrum. Kicking off the list at number 10 is MSC Poesia, the newest ship to touch Alaska waters, debuting its first Alaska season in 2026. Why does a brand new line land at the bottom of a family list? Simple. Every other ship here has years of practice handling Alaska logistics with families in mind, and MSC is still finding its footing in this part of the world. Still, budget matters, and that's where MSC earns its spot. The ship carries 2,550 passengers and stops in Ketchikan, Juneau, Icy Strait Point, and Victoria, with a Lego-themed mini club for ages 3 to 6 and a Chico-partnered baby club for toddlers under 3, so nobody's stuck holding a fussy kid through dinner. Book excursions online ahead of time, and MSC knocks up to 20% off onboard prices. A real perk when you're paying for multiple cabins. It won't wow anyone, but it won't wreck the budget either. Sliding into number 9 is Carnival, running its 7-day Alaska Inside Passage and Glacier itinerary on 3 Spirit-class ships. Why rank a fleet instead of one ship? Because Carnival lets families pick whichever Spirit-class vessel fits their sailing dates, and all 3 offer the same family setup at a double occupancy capacity of 2,124 passengers. That's a manageable size, big enough for variety, small enough that you're not hiking a mile to the pool. The ships hit Juneau, Skagway, Ketchikan, and Victoria, with scenic cruising through Tracy Arm Fjord thrown in for free glacier views nobody has to book. Kids get age-appropriate camps, there's a dive-in movie screen by the pool, and picky eaters have several casual restaurants to fall back on instead of one stiff dining room. The standout shore trip is in Juneau, where families can pair a flight-seeing tour over Mendenhall Glacier with actual dog sledding at Mendenhall Glacier Dog Camp, a genuinely rare combo for this price bracket. Landing at number 8 is UnCruise Adventures, and this one comes with a warning label. It's not for every family. UnCruise runs small ships. Wilderness Discoverer holds a maximum of 76 passengers, and Wilderness Adventurer holds just 60. So there's no water park, no arcade, no Broadway-style show. What you get instead is real wilderness access. The Glacier Bay Adventure Cruise spends 2 full days in Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve, with skiffs, kayaks, and paddleboards getting families close to places big ships simply can't reach, including LeConte Glacier. UnCruise also runs kids in nature discounts on select dates for ages 3 to 17, and kids 2 and younger sail free, which matters if you're bringing a big multi-generational crew. The catch is honesty. This trip asks more of grandparents and toddlers alike, with hiking over old-growth terrain and open-water skiff rides. If your family measures a good vacation by how tired and dirty everyone gets, this earns a much higher spot. Coming in at number 7 is Oceania's Riviera, the pick for families who plan vacations around where they're going to eat. Riviera just sailed its first Alaska season in 2025 and returns for 2026, carrying 1,250 passengers on 7 to 12 night routes from Seattle. Here's the thing most cruise lines skip: real hands-on cooking classes using Alaska and Pacific Northwest ingredients, plus shore excursions built entirely around food, like a culinary tour of Sitka that includes Russian dumplings and local beer, or a chef-led oyster farm visit in Ketchikan. Kids aren't forgotten either. The Alaska Explorer Youth Program runs interactive, culturally focused activities for ages 5 to 12. On board, families eat at no extra charge across multiple restaurants, including a French venue done in partnership with a well-known chef, an Italian trattoria, and a spicy Asian spot. It's a quieter ship without big kids clubs for teens, so it fits food-curious families better than thrill-seeking ones. Number 6 goes to Norwegian Bliss, the ship built for a very specific multi-generational headache: what to do when grandma or grandpa is coming along solo. Norwegian Bliss offers 82 solo studio cabins with access to a private lounge, so a solo traveling relative gets their own space and other adults to mingle with instead of feeling like a fifth wheel tacked onto someone else's cabin. The rest of the ship leans hard into entertainment for everyone else, with a 2-level go-kart track called the Bliss Speedway, laser tag, mini golf, and an aqua park with water slides for the younger crowd. Recently refurbished in 2025, the ship carries 4,010 passengers and sails round trip from Seattle to Sitka, Juneau, Icy Strait Point, and Ketchikan, with an evening stop in Victoria. In Icy Strait Point, the whale watching and bear search excursion covers 2 of Alaska's biggest wildlife draws in a single outing, which saves families from having to pick just one. Sitting at number 5 is Holland, America, the line to book if your family wants the trip to feel bigger than just a boat ride. Holland America has cruised Alaska since 1947, longer than anyone else on this list, and it holds more permits to enter Glacier Bay National Park than any other line. That history shows up in the details, like Koningsdam's dedicated family staterooms with beds for up to 5 guests, 2 bathrooms, and extra closet space, so nobody's stepping over luggage at 6 a.m. Kids can join the Junior Ranger program while sailing through Glacier Bay, a hands-on way to learn the ecosystem instead of just watching it through a window. For families wanting more than a week at sea, New Amsterdam runs 9 to 14-night cruise tours tracing the Klondike Gold Rush route from Vancouver through Skagway, Whitehorse, Dawson City, Fairbanks, Denali National Park, and Anchorage, turning one trip into an entire Alaska education. Number 4 belongs to Royal Caribbean, and if your family includes a teenager who claims cruises are boring, this is the rebuttal. Anthem of the Seas carries 4,180 passengers and packs in a skydiving simulator called Ripcord by iFly, bumper cars at the Seaplex, and the North Star, an all-glass observation capsule that lifts riders roughly 300 feet above the ship on a mechanical arm for a view no binocular deck can match. Sister ship Voyager of the Seas trades some of that tech for 3-story Perfect Storm water slides, glow-in-the-dark laser tag, and an actual indoor ice rink. Both ships sail round trip from Seattle on 7-night routes, cruising Endicott Arm past Dawes Glacier and stopping in 2 Alaska ports plus Victoria, British Columbia. Every guest, regardless of age, gets access to the Flowrider surf simulator and rock climbing walls with snow-capped mountains as a backdrop, which might be the only place on Earth you can surf and glacier watch in the same afternoon. Coming in at number 3 is Celebrity, the answer for families whose kids are spread across wildly different ages. Instead of one generic kids club, Celebrity's Camp at Sea splits into 4 groups: shipmates for ages 3 to 5, cadets for 6 to 9, captains for 10 to 12, and teens for 13 to 17, each with its own programming that actually matches what that age group wants to do. Celebrity also offers autism-friendly activities and services, a detail plenty of family-focused ships skip entirely. On board, Celebrity Solstice carries 2,852 guests and sails round trip from Vancouver, stopping in Icy Strait Point, Juneau, and Ketchikan with 2 full days of scenic cruising around Hubbard Glacier. In Icy Strait Point, the guided trail of the Bears Walk takes families through the Spassky River Valley in search of coastal brown bears, while also covering the local Tlingit culture, so the excursion teaches as much as it thrills. Number 2 goes to Princess Cruises, the pick for families who don't want the vacation to end when the ship docks. Princess runs 180 departures to 19 destinations in Alaska for 2026, its largest season yet, and its cruise tour pair a sailing with stays at exclusive wilderness lodges near Denali National Park, nearly 9,400 square miles of interior wilderness surrounding North America's tallest peak. The brand new Star Princess, carrying 4,300 passengers, will be the largest Princess ship ever to sail Alaska, and its North to Alaska program leans hard into family bonding. Totem pole decorating, sled dog puppies visiting the ship's piazza, and northern lights viewing inside an onboard planetarium. Grandparents get their own wins too, with local Alaskan seafood on the menu and cultural programming featuring Alaska residents. Kids and teens get their own spacious clubs, so multi-generational groups can split up during the day and reconvene at dinner without anyone feeling shortchanged. Topping the list at number 1 is Disney Cruise Line, and this one's built for families with young kids specifically. Disney Wonder and Disney Magic both run 7-night round-trip Alaska sailings from Vancouver in 2026, visiting Skagway, Juneau, and Ketchikan with glacier viewing along the Stikine ice cap. The staterooms are the real difference maker here, with a split bath layout so one person can shower while another brushes teeth, plus bunks and pull-out sofas that sleep up to 4 guests in a single cabin. Disney Wonder holds 1,750 passengers, keeping things intimate compared to Disney Magic's 2,713. Character meet and greets and Broadway quality shows fill the gaps between ports. And ashore in Skagway, families can relive the gold rush at Liarsville Gold Rush Trail Camp. For families wanting one unforgettable splurge, there's a helicopter flight seeing tour that lands on Denver Glacier for actual dog mushing with a musher and sled team, a bucket list moment most 6-year-olds won't stop talking about for years. Turns out about 82% of Alaska's communities can't be reached by road at all, which is exactly why picking the right ship matters here more than almost anywhere else you'll ever travel. Match the ship to your family's real shape, glacier views included, and Alaska does the rest. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love this next one.